tuning into the only live Monday through Friday lacrosse talk show with your host, Michael Carvelis.
Welcome back to the only live Monday through Friday lacrosse talk show. This is Daily Dive. I am your host, Michael Carvelis, live from Guyton, Georgia, here on Wednesday, November 13th, 2024. Producer Joe is eating yogurt behind the scenes in Banditland, New York. You're tuned in here live on 12 on Sports via Twitter/X, which is what Elon Musk calls it, and YouTube. Reminder to follow us at Daily Dive LAX on our social medias, and also be sure to subscribe to this channel because we are monetized and we are begging, we are on our knees. Do you have any porridge? But in terms of like money. On today's awesome show, we're going to get into the old guys playing in the National Lacrosse League at a pretty high level, I'd say. We'll also get into my reaction to the Leaf Trading Card announcements and what should we expect / what can we expect and what we know so far. Also, we're going to unveil our 11th place teams, and I promise you, two fan bases that are pretty prominent will be both pissed off. Without further ado, let's remind you that you are tuned into Hype Up Month 2024. For some reason, my graphic isn't looping this time. But anyways, it's the only live lacrosse talk show in the universe, and we're just heating up. You don't want to miss it. And before we get started, we want to let you know we are presented by tickets.12onsports.com. Because you want to experience the best lacrosse league in the entire world, you've got to go to tickets.12ozsports.com to experience sports like the NLL. You got concert, theater, Broadway, all at a great price, and we thank you for that. Okay, let's get into it, shall we? You know, the names Russell Wilson, Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, LeBron James, Aaron Rodgers, LOL, do they ring a bell to you? Like, what stands out to you in that category? Could it be the fact that the old guy's playing well? Huh? Am I right? Yes. Like the Expendables, these guys are the Indispensables. These are the guys that are really good at what they do. And I think it's supposed to be SABLES. I could be wrong, but we'll work on that later. But anyways, the point is, there are so many players that are over 35 years old playing like they're young again. Or maybe they never got old. How about Kyle Rubish of the San Diego Seals? This fellow back here, he was 7th in the NLL in caused turnovers. What about Nick Rose, who's kind of in the foreground here? Nick Rose, he won Goalie of the Year for the first time in his career, and he is only 36. I say only because I'm 28. Matt Vince won back-to-back league titles for his team. That is the best Matt Vince photo I've ever seen in my entire life. But Matt Vince, as a co-star on this hypothetical movie, won back-to-back titles, and in 5 playoff games last year, had an 84% save percentage and allowed under just about 8 goals a game. That's pretty impressive. What about Paul Dawson, his teammate, who provided instant dividends to the Buffalo defense at 39? Oh, by the way, Matt Vince is 42. Stephen Keogh is still scoring circus goals at the age of 37. And then there's the can of worms I want to get to. These guys are here's a really, really good picture of Dane Dobie. I mean, mustache makes that guy look 10 years younger. Holy cow. But Dane Dobie and Callum Crawford are 2 players I want to get to here. Because the Seals lost Dane Dobie to the Calgary Roughnecks, where Dane will be paired up with Curtis Dixon. What's very interesting about this is that the Seals had Dane Dobie. He scored 24 goals last year, but on 151 shots on goal. That's good for 16% shooting. Maybe it was a down year for Dopey. Maybe it could be the fact that he's 37 years old. Callum Crawford at 40 with the now defunct Panther City scored 42 goals and he shot 23%, which is much higher. He also had one less turnover than Dane Dopey did. If Callum Crawford is going to play for San Diego, he might not. We know he went to Panther City for the fact of being closer to Oklahoma. But Seals did take a flyer with him with like the 12th pick in the dispersal draft. I believe if Callum Crawford plays for the Seals, he'll be much better than what Dane Dopey was last season. And again, that's not saying Dane Dopey will not have a great year at the Roughnecks. I just really believe in Callum Crawford, and we'll see what happens. But right now, if I'm the Seals, I know he's on the training camp roster. I know he was, possibly going to retire. But folks, how do you retire after a year like that? 42 goals. I know you're a family man, but come on, son. Maybe you could come to my games instead of me going to yours. I mean, it's just, it feels like this guy's still got a lot left in the tank. And boy, a championship in San Diego and no one else could do it would be so sweet. But yeah, there's so many great guys that are just playing out of their minds. Stephen Keel, like I said. Steve Priolo, we didn't even mention. Curtis Dixon. Paul Dawson, like I mentioned before. Ryan Benesh. Cody Jamieson. So many great young, well, you get it, players that were just playing out of their minds. We appreciate them because lacrosse is really tough to play, according to Wayne Gretzky. By the way, some news to get to here that we'll address tomorrow. I will talk about the PLL announcing their Women's Lacrosse League. I know that's taking its rounds on social media right now and on ESPN coughs. It also, NLL might announce some more unboxed stuff tomorrow before our show starts, and if they do, we'll definitely get to that as well. But we are aware of the news. We want to let it sit for a little bit. All right, we come back to this awesome show, trading cards. Yeah, we can do that too in this Box Lacrosse League. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. I know you won't.
Don't go anywhere. Daily Dive will be right back.
Need tickets to that next event? Well, at 12 Ounce Sports, we've got them with soccer anywhere in the world. Tickets to any venue, any sport. Want to go to NCAA or NFL football matches? We've got them.
Yeah.
Baseball at every level. Every Power 5 matchup is available. Don't forget, costumes and paint are optional. What's that? You want to go to Broadway? We have those too. Want to jam out? Every concert, every artist. That's right, at 12 Ounce Sports, we've got the tickets for less. 12ozsports.com/tickets. That's 12ouncesports.com/tickets.
Welcome to MyBookie. You're ready to create an account and start making money. And we're here to help. And remember, you can get a bonus of up to $1,000 on your first deposit. Now you're ready to bet. Just go to mybookie.ag, visit the sportsbook, click on your bet, and input the amount you want to risk or win in the bet slip. Yes, it's that easy. Just remember, at MyBookie, you play, you win, you get paid.
America, get back on track with Dust Pods Performance Stabilizer. When applied to roadways, it kills dust and strengthens the integrity of the road. Easily applied by mixing with water, Dust Pods is the future in polymer stabilization. Call 1-833-DUST-PODS or visit dustpods.com today.
Daily Dive
welcome back to Daily Dive here live on 12 on Sports. I'm your host, Michael Carvelis. Once again, you're tuned into the only live Monday through Friday lacrosse talk show on the planet. Reminder, we're also audio only on Spotify. Just search Daily Dive. You're welcome for that. If for those of you that don't like to watch me talk, it's okay to hear me talk as well. As long as I'm being heard, I'm good. Okay, so the National Lacrosse League announced a partnership. This partnership, by the way, before I get to this graphic, of course I don't see the date here, but should have seen that. Anyways, partnership with Leaf Trading Cards. Let's get into it. Basically, somehow this was out of Dallas, Texas, according to the LeafTradingCards.com website. I guess even Leaf Trading Cards could not save Panther City, but regardless of that, as part of their press conference or press release, CJ Breen, Director of Marketing and Licensing, says this partnership with the NLL represents a significant milestone for Leaf Trading Cards. They were thrilled to collaborate with such a prestigious league, God bless you and thank you, and bring the excitement of professional lacrosse to a community that has been underserved. Can I get an amen? Can I get a hallelujah? God bless you, sir. You are amazing. We have been underserved. We're like in an expensive restaurant with no waiters and waitresses. Like, what are we doing here? And I'll be honest, folks, I actually am super excited, but I've learned by now, limit your expectations until you see more. And this comes not from a place of knowing, because really no one knows yet. It comes from a place of wanting this now, but knowing it might not be possible yet. I think the unboxed thing I know is a lot bigger of a deal to unpack there, get it unboxed, but it feels like compared to that, this should be a simple initiative or simpler initiative, but I still have to limit my expectations because we still have not heard anything, and we're, 20 days away from the start of the season? So I'm hoping it's going to be great, and I know it will be once it comes to fruition. But I also know I can't just, get ready and get my bank account ready to start paying for these things, because obviously we just don't know when it's actually coming out yet. But we do know, and when I'm speculating, I think it's going to be better than the PLL. I think so. I think it's going to be better than Topps. Listen, as a person who's gotten cards before, there's some cards right here, actually. These are not PLL cards, but this is like from Don Russ. Like, I don't ever see anything like this from Topps, okay? I know like Panini makes a lot of like these trading cards out there. I don't think they make Topps. And Topps has had their rounds with baseball. Topps has had their rounds with lacrosse. From what I can see from the Leaf website, they make some pretty awesome stuff. And I do expect player signatures, and not just hoping for it. It looks like they got signatures from other stuff. We might see some little jersey patches. I think these will be worth the wait. But again, I'm limiting my expectations because of other initiatives that I feel like have not been 100% completed. I'll be honest. I love MetaVarsity to death. But God forbid, can we get something? Can we get something than what we've seen so far? We might see more than that. But these great ideas, believe me, as a person with ADHD, I understand. And not just ADHD, but that's one of the things. With a person with ADHD, I understand how hard it is to stick to one thing. But sometimes this league has what I have, and it's like, it's frustrating sometimes. But I'm excited nonetheless. I think Leaf will do very well. But we have to give them time. And I think it'll be worth the wait. That's pretty much me reacting. That was my initial thoughts. That's what I've had to let stew on the brain. And I'm excited. When we come back, listen, and by the way, for those of you who wonder, we have had shorter shows. We've got guests the next 2 days, okay? So just a little caveat for you guys there. We come back, I will unveil my and producer Joe's 11th ranked teams, and I'll break down my team as well. You're watching Daily Dive. You don't want to go anywhere. I promise you.
Don't go anywhere. Daily Dive will be right back.
Need tickets to that next event? Well, at 12 Ounce Sports, we've got them with soccer anywhere in the world. Tickets to any venue, any sport. Want to go to NCAA or NFL football matches? We've got them.
Yeah.
Baseball at every level. Every Power 5 matchup is available. Don't forget, costumes and paint are optional. What's that? You want to go to Broadway? We have those too. Want to jam out? Every concert, every artist. That's right, at 12 Ounce Sports, we've got the tickets for less. 12ozsports.com/tickets. That's 12ouncesports.com/tickets.
Welcome to MyBookie. You're ready to create an account and start making money. And we're here to help. And remember, you can get a bonus of up to $1,000 on your first deposit. Now you're ready to bet. Just go to mybookie.ag, visit the sportsbook, click on your bet, and input the amount you want to risk or win in the bet slip. Yes, it's that easy. Just remember, at MyBookie, you play, you win, you get paid.
America, get back on track with Dust Pods Performance Stabilizer. When applied to roadways, it kills dust and strengthens the integrity of the road. Easily applied by mixing with water, Dust Pods is the future in polymer stabilization. Call 1-833-DUST-PODS or visit dustpods.com today.
Daily Dive is back in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Guess what? You want to experience the best lacrosse league in the world. Notice why I said best and not only. Just making sure you heard that. You've got to go to tickets.12ouncesports.com. That's tickets.12ozsports.com to experience the best in tickets from concert, theater, Broadway, and sports like the National Lacrosse League. They've got it all. Believe me. I've seen it, and other people have purchased. I have not purchased it yet. I live like 5 hours away from everything, okay? That's why I haven't purchased any tickets yet. But darn it, I will. And also, I'm getting media passes. Like, why would I do that? All right. Now it's time to unveil Mike and producer Dad's 11th ranked teams this season. Full disclosure, this one's from producer Joe. He likes the no, he doesn't. Does not like the Colorado Mammoth this season because he's got them finishing 4th worst in a 14-team league. So, in other words, 11th, if you catch my math there. I will say I disagree with that. I will not say how much I do because I don't want to give anything away. What I will give away is Tyson Bell. I apologize, man. I do. And I'm only saying sorry because it sounds better when it comes across my mouth. But I'm not saying it because I actually mean it. Like I love you, Tyson Bell, but I don't love the Thunderbirds this year. Here's the thing. They brought in Thomas Hogarth. They brought in Jason Knox, who's a very, very good scorer from the Panther City Club. And they re-signed Randy Stotts, who's still only 31. But they lost. Let's do these names they lost. Ryan Benesh, yeah, he's 39. But the guy had 81 points last year. And they lost Austin Shanks, who had 85 points last year. Find me 166 more points on the roster. Hint, it's not from Jason Knox. I do think Clark Peterson and Aaron Woods and Jason Knox and Randy Stotts will have really big years. I don't think Warren Hill is going to hold this team down like he can or like he should. And I don't think the offense will be up there with offenses that can just outscore everyone. Because I feel like you're going to have to do that. And I know they got Graham Hossick. I know they got Tyson Bell. But guys, Thunderbirds constantly underachieve. I also think a lot of that is coaching with Micah Kersey. I don't believe in the Thunderbirds this year. And now where do we stand now? I also think they're going to go 6-12. Full disclosure, that was my prediction for them. Because reminder, I did this little thing called predicting the entire season. It's right here. And yeah, Halifax finishes 6-12. That's not going to cut it. So currently, Halifax, Las Vegas, Philadelphia, and Calgary have been unveiled for me. Producer Joe has got Colorado, Calgary, Georgia, and Las Vegas, which means we are now different on 2 separate spots. So we got 2 teams similar, and producer Joe we're taking different routes because last year we were kind of similar. This year it's a little bit different. So keep it in mind as we get closer to showing you our top 8, which obviously make the playoffs. Again, we want to let you know we got 2 guests in the next 2 days, and I think you're going to be impressed. But stay tuned. It's been a lot of hot takes, a lot of Mike stuff recently. Just know your loyalty will be rewarded very shortly here. So thank you to everyone who watched today's awesome show. Reminder that you are the bread, you are the butter, or weed butter for crying out loud. You are the meat to my Arby's. If you tuned in for the first time, please come again and be sure to comment. For amazing guests, like ones we've had already this season and more to come, thank you for coming on this show to share your audience with us, giving us validity and relevance. For the baddest daddy in producing history, producer Joe, I am your host, Michael Carvelis, saying see you tomorrow, same time, same place for One Sports. This has been Daily Dive.
Thanks for watching Daily Dive. See you next time.